Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are back in Westhill in Minecraft on the Citadel server. And we're working on this medieval build that's been around for 2.5 years. And we are slowly working through our to-do list. And the last time we were here we finished the bridge. We're going to go take a look at the bridge momentarily. I'm realizing we need to go repair a bunch of stuff first because there's going to be a lot of digging, I think, today. A lot of mining. Maybe not so much digging, but definitely removing things and changing things. And I would rather have a full pickaxe to do that. Before I go take off on a walk, though, I want to make sure that we have enough of things that I may want to grab while I'm away. I don't think we're low. We'll bring back gold with us because we're going to go to the gold farm anyway. Digging, you can dig it. Nice. So yeah, I don't think we were particularly low on anything. Lots of frog lights. So mud we're low on, but we can make more because we've got mud and we've got wheat. Maybe I should pick up... It's wheat to make mud, right? Like if I take this and I... It's not hay bales, it's actually just wheat. If I can do this. Yeah. I'm sure we have enough for what I would potentially need. I might see what's available in the meadows if we're going to be doing that far. And oh, soul soil is something that I knew that I was low on. Yep. So we want, whoa, that's some lag. We want soul soil. Seeing as we're going to have to go through the nether anyway, might as well. Hope everyone's having a good day. Fresh in from Pix's stream. Very cool. I'm glad that lined up. I'm late starting today. I was out running errands. I spent way too much money at Costco. And not on anything particularly fun. Unless you count maple syrup. But no, it's one of those shopping trips where you're out of all of the things. You know, like you're out of toilet paper, you're out of paper towel, you're low on toothpaste. Like it all seems to happen at once. So I had a big bill at Costco. And those runs always take longer than you expect. You know, even if you go early and you try to be smart about it. Yeah, we're okay for basalt. Gravel, we're good. Stone, we're good. Stone, we're good. Cobble, andesite, we're good. Tough, we're a little low on, but we don't really have a tough mine, so. Mushroom blocks, that's all fine. All right, so then we are into this. I know we don't need grass. I know we don't need dirt. We're good on mangrove stuff. We went out to the mangrove forest and did that stuff. Mangrove swamp. Moss we picked up recently. Are we low on mangrove leaves? No, we're not low on mangrove leaves. Are we low on jungle leaves? Nope, we're good in jungle. How are we doing on azalea? Azalea, we're also good. I think we basically stocked up on a lot of that moss-related stuff. Good for flowers. Oak, we're good. Spruce, we're good. Dark oak, we cut down some trees recently. Okay, so it's really just a couple of things. The soul sand and the... And it's not that we need them, it's more just that we're low on them now, and we're going to be in the vicinity, so we might as well get those things. I'm going to bring an extra shulker box. That was nowhere near enough flowers. Canada Raz, hello, how's it going? One is none. I try to keep supplies stocked in advance. Yeah, I'm the same. I try to do advanced stuff too. I know I keep on saying it, but I really wish I could play with shaders without my screen flickering on me. It's fun for like little walks like this, but I can't build with it because I move around too quickly. So there's the bridge that we finished the last time we streamed from the Citadel. That's all finished now, which is fantastic. Looks very majestic in the background. We'll have to pay attention to how it looks when we come into the Westhill Valley when we come back. Yeah, I quite like it. It turned out very well. It took a long time. It was like 11 streams. I averaged 2 to 3 hours a stream. So even if we're, let's just say for easy math, that it was 24 hours of game time. Well, so much for our beautiful stroll. The weather in Minecraft has decided that it's going to be just like the weather in Nova Scotia today. So much for escaping into the video game world. Love a good Costco haul. They do these delicious maple cookies that I can only get at Costco. Scotland sucks sometimes. So here's the thing. I tend to not buy processed stuff. So the only thing I bought that was kind of processed was coffee, frozen broccoli, frozen blueberries, and I guess that's really, well, no, I mean, I bought things like baking powder and flour and that kind of stuff, but like I tend not to buy the stuff that's already baked. It was a heavy ingredients shopping trip. I also picked up a lot of meat. I got chicken breasts, I got pork tenderloin, and I got ribs, pork ribs. It was a really good price on pork ribs. It was like $8.50 a kilogram or something. Which some of you, especially if you're in the US, you probably just curled your toes. But in Canada, that's a good price. We have a unfortunate grocery, what is it called? Ogalopoly? Megalopoly? There's like 4 grocers in the country that control everything. And they're not good corporations for people. They're just record profits, inflation, BS. Like it's not good. So I'm trying not to shop at the normal grocery stores. I'm trying to shop at Costco and farmers markets and stuff like that. You ordered a freezer full of meat that could last the whole year. So I have an apartment and I have a single apartment fridge with a freezer on the top. That's it. So I can't do like a giant, I can't do a giant freezer run like that. Top up rockets while we're here. And I might as well get out the bow just in case I need it. I don't actually know where the best place to get soil is going to be. I mean, we've got them around. I need to figure out where they are. I guess I could check the map. Live in the Andes of Peru. We're entering the winter dry season, so it's dry and sunny here. Oh, wow. Peru. Very cool. It's technically spring here in the Maritimes, but no one's told Nova Scotia yet that it can get above 4 degrees. So it's still very cold. Dad from Bear, subscribing at Tier 1. 9 months. That unlocks the Fire Keystone badge. That's my favorite. Thanks so much for the support. Shadowfalling, thanks very much for coming in. Appreciate the compliment. We've been busy. We've been very, very busy. That doesn't have any mending on it. So it's really just the tools that we've got in our hands. So while this is happening, I thought it would be a good opportunity to talk about what we're planning on doing. So I've got my Pinterest page open, and I'm looking at changing the way that we've designed our keep. So I've got a Pinterest board that I use for going over inspirational stuff. And I grab, sometimes it's Minecraft, sometimes it's Lego. I try not to grab other Minecraft stuff. I try to do more art and drawings and things. But this is the towers. I've got a castles board. And I also have buildings. And then I did a search for medieval keep just to kind of bring up some different stuff. I like this one a lot. I think that's really cool. As just like, I like the layers. So layers is kind of what I want to go for when I renovate the keep. But it's got the same sort of stuff we have going on. It's got stairs going up to the battlement. It's got, I don't have 2 gates. I just have the 1. But I like this whole like idea of like side entrances and stairs up to different levels and things like that. So I might try to do something like that. But what I like is like the different layers of towers in some of these. Actually, yeah, I should probably, I don't like how Pinterest, like it wants to save it in line art for some reason. I don't know why. Medieval fantasy. I guess we'll put this in castles. So save. We'll keep that one. But then if I was to look at, because I haven't looked at these in a long time. So some of the stuff I want to do, like having the extra depth. And I also want to do kind of like what Pixel Riffs did on his towers, where he's got an awful lot going on. Here's a fun idea. You can look up different models, different assets. So this is very cool too. This is very sturdy looking, and I like that. I like that as well. And then I've also got some cool artwork. Some of these are from artists I remember, like Andreas Rocha. It's a great artist. And I think this is one of the things that inspired the current keep that I have. So I want to keep that in mind. This looks like, it's not Minecraft, but it's very blocky. So I like that too. The idea of connected towers, that kind of thing. And some of these are more like castle-like. And then under towers, so here's the kind of thing that I really want to try to improve the scale of what we've got going on. I don't know if we're going to go quite this big, but I like the idea of this. But like, just so people can look at this and think like, man, that's big. Yeah, this is a 3x3 on the corner. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's 17 by 17 at the big square part. And then it gets up to big, like this is probably 21 or 23 by 23 by the time you get up to the top of it. This is a huge tower. That in itself is like a castle. So the towers are things I'm less concerned about, because while I do want to have one tower, we've already got a lot of towers in Westhill, and I'm going to be sticking to kind of like how I've built those. They're very similar to this kind of a thing. Oh, I don't like how Pinterest does that. It kind of like shows you an image, and then you go click on it, it does not show you the image that you clicked on. Annoying. How are we doing? We are all repaired. Sweet. Anyway, I'm sure I'll be popping that stuff up throughout the actual stream. We can put this back. We're all repaired and good to go. Oh, are we out of fuel? No, we're good. Not a lot of gold, but a little bit. So soul soil. Soul soil. Thursday's good word, Notify. Thanks for coming in. Scotland has been unusually warm this spring. Interesting. Well, I mean, every place is unusually warm with global warming. I find the global changes for us here with the different temperatures for Nova Scotia has resulted in spring almost not existing. Like we get a couple weeks of like rain, and it goes right to summer weather. Like we don't really have a lot of days where it's just like 15 degrees. It goes right from like 4 degrees and cold and rainy to 25, like in a couple of weeks. As soon as June hits, it's like summer weather. All right, soul soil. Let's just get inside so we don't attract any pests. And I guess I'll just use my map to try to figure out where the next Soul Sand Valley? Yeah, there's Basalt Delta. That's a huge biome, my gosh. That's a forest. That's the Wither Skeleton Farm. That looks like soul soil there. Trying to remember where there's a soul soil valley. Looks like the closest might be... Oh my gosh. I don't actually know. Anything north? That's... Nope. Okay. Looks like we'll just have to pop over to... I guess we'll go west. That looks like it has potential. Oops. Keep on right-clicking by accident. Yeah, I guess we'll go over this way. So down to Hannah's area. Props prepared, hello, welcome in. No, don't destroy the things. This is sealed, I think. No use being in here. I have to take up the ghast. Got him. Where? Soul sand. You'd think I would know more about this server. There's just some things we've just not needed very much of. That's soul sand. Is that soul soil? Nope. I think soul soil is only in the Soul Sand Valley biome. This is going to Modern City. Stupid flying marshmallows, yeah. It's been a while since I've had to really deal with anything in the Nether. Not used to it. This keeps on going? I didn't know we had more. Where does this go? Well, that soul sand. Does this have layers? Nope. Any place on the map that has blue flames in it. Oh, that's a good call. That's a good call. Any place that has blue flames in it. I feel like it's the one biome that we really couldn't see. I'm not seeing much, you know? I think a lot of these patchy soul sand places are original things. I think this is Macast's Froglight Farm. And you can't craft soul soil, can you? I wanted to create a data pack for that, I think, when we moved to 1.20. I'm going to create a new data pack for that. Oh, I wonder if I have anything. I never checked to see if I had any in boxes. That would have been smart. Yeah, these are just patches of soul sand. And that's a wall. Use the campfire trick. Right, that's what I did before. What I did before. Yeah, these are all just original patches. Alright, well, we won't waste too much time. I just thought if I could get it. And then hay was the other thing. So we'll check the meadows. No soul soil in the wall, just a small imprint of my face. Yeah, that's fair. It's gonna be dark. I don't think I have any soul soil in storage because I think it came out after I moved all my stuff out of here. Yeah, it's all soul sand. Oh, look, there's some. I lied. I did have some. All right, that'll do. I just need it for texturing. Just wanted it for texturing. So then wheat is the other thing we need. Oh, sunrise. Nice. Megan's place is still decorated for Halloween from like 5 years ago. Wheat. Check the wheat. So we're full there, which means that we should be not full, but probably doing well over here at the greenhouse. They're all connected underground. All the farms over there connect up to this greenhouse underground. I'm not doing as well as I thought. Sorry. I'll grab maybe a stack of hay bales and then call it a day. Decorated early for Halloween 2023. That's fair. I was just talking with Megan the other day. Sent me a birthday message. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should be enough. Close enough to a stack that I'll call that a win. All right, back to Westhill, I think. Everything's repaired. Got a few things we were short on. We should be good. Oh yeah, Cosmic, her birthday is on, I think it's 2 days before mine, Megan's birthday. I felt the same way. She sent me a DM to say, hey, I hope you had a nice birthday. And I just immediately was like, sorry I missed yours. But I don't think I've talked to Megan in a year or two. It's been a long time. She got very busy with work. And then she broke her leg. So there was like, so that's a lie. Whenever she broke her leg, whenever that was, I saw that on social media. She shared that on social media, and I sent her like a get well message. That was the last time I spoke with her before, just recently. Haven't seen anything on your server except the medieval town. Some really neat builds here. Oh, thanks, Word Nerdify. There's a really good video that Cosmic just linked in chat. And that's a tour that Alistair and I did a year or two ago. When was that published, Cosmic? It would have been put on the YouTube channel almost immediately after we recorded it. I want to say it's at least a year and a half ago. We didn't tour Westhill because, of course, Westhill wasn't really finished. Not that it's finished now, but it was nowhere near close to it. It's a decent tour, Word Nerdify. We don't tour the entire server, but we tour most of my builds on the server. It was a reward. It was a viewer reward for a sub goal, I think. I don't remember how many subs. I probably mentioned it in the video. I probably say it was like 500 subs or something. That's usually what I do. February 22. Oh, it's just a little over a year ago. Okay. It feels like a lot longer. I guess the difference is that since February 2022, I've gone from streaming Minecraft on weekends to streaming like every day, almost. Yeah, so a year and a couple months, 14 months ago. So here's the reveal of the bridge. I think you can see parts of it from here. Yeah, look at that. You can see the bridge in the distance. So those are the bridge towers there. So depending on what we do with this hillside, it's going to be a farm. When you come around the corner here, that's a nice shot, right? You've got the main gate of Westhill. What will be the keep is going to be kind of like in this space. That's the keep right there in the distance, that foggy peak, but we're going to make it bigger. And then you've got the towers, the bell tower, and then here. I like that. The lights with the shaders are a little bit strange this time of day. I'm not sure why they glow so well. It's weird. I guess maybe I need to find a shader that doesn't make lights so crazy during the daytime. Speaking of, I guess we can turn these off now. Sad trombone. Word Nerdify, thanks very much. 5 gifted subs. Bam Bam MC, Amy Lee 74, Dylan Weinstein, Jody Illyria got a sub, and Fableize. Sounds like a Transformer command. Fableize and roll out. Y'all got gift subs. Now you can join the Discord. Does the fact that you stream almost every day now mean that streaming YouTube Spawn Chunks makes enough money to work less on your own company? Zero, I've been independent for a little over a year. But yes, thank you. When did it start? I still take the odd graphic design contract, but it's not very often. Basically, the income from streaming and podcasting has replaced my need to take every single contract that comes my way. So now I can wait for the actual professional ones. And I still work with friends and fans and stuff. Like I still do commissions here and there. But it's all like when I have time and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, podcasting and streaming has been covering my expenses for a while, but they didn't cover anything beyond that. So it wasn't like I could just stop, because like you want to have some savings, you want to have some, flexible money for different things, Christmas gifts, like all that kind of stuff, right? And it didn't quite get that far, but it does now. It does now. I've got some financial goals. I don't know how much I've talked about those on stream, but I'm trying to move out of my apartment and move into a house eventually, but there's a lot of very complicated things I don't quite know a lot about yet in the housing market that I have to overcome first. I'm going to put the other soul soil in our landscape box because that's what I want to use it for. And I do always forget that we have that campfire trick too. And the wheat I will put over here because it was meant for this purpose. So I'll show you what the soul soil is for. Over here, I used it, I think, quite effectively for like riverside, kind of mucky area. It works very well. I don't know if it'll work well with mud, but I'm going to give it a go. See how that works. It has the right kind of texture to it. And then if we go out front, you can see this large depression in the landscape just out front of the town with a little box of stuff from Cosmic. This is all going to be like a swampy area, and maybe some of this up here too, but most of this is going to be like a swampy area. This was I think it was Sandy's idea, but the idea is that it gives me something to do that's not easy, but it's low key. It's something that will fill up the space, that won't rise up and cover the wall. But it also serves as like, it would be a real deterrent to anybody that was trying to attack this place. You couldn't really attack this effectively because this would all be like mud, and you'd be like sitting ducks here. And so the idea is to make a swampland similar to what you see in Minecraft Dungeons. Do you remember that? And then we're going to have some water trickling down into the river here. And so all of this here is going to be landscaped along with whatever we end up doing here. And then you'll have this cool little grassy mound that kind of sticks up in the background. So I think it should look pretty cool. Why is my ender chest so pretty? That is a texture from Germsy Boy. I tweaked it a little bit, but it takes ender pearls, ender chests, I want to say Eyes of Ender, and if there's anything else with end in it or end related that's related to Enderman, and it makes them purple and magenta. So similar to black Enderman with their magenta eyes, the pearls and things are all similar. Do I have any in here? There's the Ender pearls. Do I have any Eyes of Ender? Yeah, there's an Eye of Ender there. Do I have an item frame somewhere? Do. So they're purple. Just like an Ender Pearl, right? I think, I don't know if I have the texture, but I think Germsy Boy applied it to the portal frames as well. Like, I think the end portal frames are purple instead of green. I think. I could be wrong. Why is there diorite in there? All right, so I need some stone bricks. I'm just going to grab a couple of those, a couple of these, and a couple of bricks. I need to sleep. Oh, right, the box of stuff. I might be able to empty that now, actually. It's fine. I would have emptied it the last time I was playing, but my inventory was full. Oh, wow. I maybe don't have enough room for this, at least not on me. Okay, I'll do that off screen. That'll take 20 minutes. I'm not going to do that now. All right, so let's find a spot where we can sit and look at the keep. I think this is probably... Actually, let's go over here. A little bit closer. So this is the keep as it is right now. And I'm keeping the gate and this wall, this tower. The tower might get taller, but I'm keeping it in its position because there's too much built up at the base. This entire hall is going to stay where it is. The texture on the side of this is probably going to change. You can see a little bit of a gradient that I was trying to do over there. I'm going to apply that around the whole base of the thing, I think. I am very tempted to push this wall out farther. I think that we could benefit from having something that would go out into the river a little bit here, because this just feels kind of strange. It just kind of stops. I feel like because of the way that this wharf goes, we could probably extend the keep out at least to there, if not maybe a little bit past it, and get away with some stuff there. I don't want to go too far, because one of the ideas I had, which if I find that Pinterest board again, one of these towers had a cool... In here? Somewhere I saw a bridge that I like. Well, okay, well here's a decent example. So this is like an elven thing, but you can see the bridges that happen between the towers. No, I don't want to go back. I wanted to go here. Pinterest navigation is not great. All right, so it wasn't there. This is the castles board. Not there. So this is just like medieval buildings. They're not really anything specific. I like stuff like this. I find that really informative about how you want to scale your Minecraft build, like thinking about how many floors would be inside and how much headroom you need. There's a couple of these that I've posted on the Discord that are pretty cool. Kind of cutaways. I'm not seeing the thing that I remember. At least not yet. This is a big pin board. Somewhere. More of the same. Bridges and things. I could have sworn that I had like a tower bridge thing. Anyway, the idea is that on this tower here, we're going to make this bigger. The base of it might get a little bit bigger. I might have to make the base of it bigger. But it's going to get taller. And this is where we're going to put our south bell tower. So we've got an east bell tower. We've got a west bell tower. And we're going to put the north bell tower on top of the gate, I think. This is very boring. This is one of the first things I built like 2 years ago. And I'd like to try to change this to have like a bell tower top. So that'll be cool. And then the south bell tower is going to be here. And I'm going to put a bridge between here and I want to say this other tower, and that right now is basically housing all of the stairs, and it's very poorly thought out. They don't work very well. So that is the tower that I think I want to really increase the resolution of. Like I want to increase the scale of that tower. if it goes bigger, it probably has to expand to its right. We don't have the room in here to the left because, of course, the keep is there. Unless we narrow the keep a bit, and then this could have some room. But what is this now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I want to go at least to 9, maybe 11. Maybe 11. And so because of that, if you look, these don't really line up. But if we make this wider, right, by at least 3, so that gets to 11, then this would be right in the center of that tower, and we could hook it up, and we could do it that way. And I forgot that this little tower had a house attached to it, so I really can't really expand this too much. If I do, it'll just be at the base into the water. It kind of already has like an expanded base on it. I mean, this is not, you know, if that has to go, then it has to go. I'm not like married to that little cabin thing. But we've got all this room here, of course, that I left because I didn't decorate the south lawn because I knew that we'd be making these changes. And same thing with this little wall thing. This is just a necessity to kind of like get up into the keep over there. I'll walk up on it now. But it doesn't have to stay there. Like we can move it, we can change it, we can make it straighter. So there's a lot of room to expand the keep. See if I can remember where I'm going. Is it out here? Yes. So here we are on that little walkway, right? So there's spots in here that we can kind of scooch into. This is just a whole lot of nothing right now. This goes up to the wall. Yeah, so there's a small area here. There's this little L shape that's going to go away. Now this is the chimney for the kitchen, so I want to try and at least remember where this is. And then this, that's like, I think the bunks above the kitchen. There's so many different stairwells. I don't even know how I get up there. Oh, right. Yeah, here. So here, there's like room for something. But I knew that I just wasn't happy with the way the things are going. So I wanted to wait and see what I can come up with. So I don't dislike this room. Like, it's not terrible. Here is where I think we could benefit from having like some of those outside staircases maybe. We've got the stairs that lead up to the walls, but if you're looking at them the wrong way, they absolutely disappear. Right? So I feel like I need to add in some like stone bricks, you know, along the edges and stuff, and make these feel a lot more intentional. These are also hollow. Like, there's all kinds of stuff we have to do. Now the good news is this is not going to change. Like I like this quite a lot. I like the moat. We worked on the moat so that this is all done. You know, like all this looks good, minus the crazy signs, because I think we had a goat in the moat, which is still there. So yeah, this is all good. It might have some textures change here and there, but it's going to stay in the form that it's in. Obviously, we need to decorate the courtyard. It's not going to be dirt. But you can kind of see that this place doesn't quite feel as important as I want it to be. I want this to be like the most important thing in the town. And right now, like a couple things. This kind of steals its thunder a bit. And then the newer stuff that I've been building, the mansion over here and the tower, I think really kind of pull away from the keep. So a couple things. We're probably going to add some color. Similar to some of those things on the Pinterest board where we had examples that had color in them. I feel like the castles maybe had more. That's fantasy buildings, castles. Maybe not. These are all pretty gray. Maybe I was mistaken. Maybe it was. Huh, I thought I had one that had more color. Certainly this one has more color in the roofs. And there's an example of the kind of bridge thing that I'm talking about too. But yeah, I want to have more color in the roofs. I want to have perhaps even colors in the towers. Did it again. Here's a good example. Right? We were talking about this on the spawn chunks. We don't have a nice blue roof tile. That's tricky. I might try to do full block roofs instead. But yeah, so all of this is coming down, this big brown box. I'm just going to eliminate that so I don't have to think about it or look at it. I know that we were talking about expanding the main hall. And so this is where I don't know, and I don't think I want to have this table here. I think this is kind of a strange thing. I think what I want to do is maybe create, I believe the technical term is a nave. My architecture and art stuff is a little bit rusty, but I want to have this. I feel like we could turn into like a semicircle and still have the window in it, but have it be farther out. So if I get up here, so here is the edge of the keep, and if this kind of came out in like a semicircle and connected back, I could also do another circular tower here or a square tower. I don't know if it's going to be square or circular. We'll try both. I feel like that could be probably good. I feel like I might not be in the middle. I think the middle of the keep is actually, yeah, that's the middle of the roof there. So the semicircle would be more here. So it really wouldn't be out in the river much. It would just kind of like cut out through here. But we could actually expand quite a bit. I feel like I'd be okay to come out a little bit farther here. But that's why I've got all this stuff with me. We're going to lay out some foundations and kind of see what we can come up with. Would you use blue for the roof if you could use a subtle blue block or suitable blue block? I mean, the only blue block I can think of is lapis, right? But my lapis texture is garbage. So, I tried to change it into something cool and it really didn't look good. So I don't think that would look good as a roof. It's not bad. I might go back to like vanilla lapis or something. I'm revisiting a few things in the kind of wake of 1.20 because we know we don't really have a good blue block. Was it Elkhorn? Somebody on the Spawn Chunks Minecraft Hangout had done something very similar where they took some concept art, and that's what Johnny and I were talking about in that hangout, was like Minecraft does not have a nice blue block for blue roofs. Yeah, Elkhorn built something on Infinity Cove. And it was, I think he used copper, right? Yeah, so all of that is just complete crap. Don't know if I'm keeping that. I might. This is the kind of thing that I might change that into a copper roof, right? So where are we with this? This really can expand a little bit. I can get a block over this maybe, but not by too much if I need to. I do want it to get taller. I have to also think about how we handled the towers. Did I do the tower the same way over there? So it's a 5x5 that goes up into the tower. That is also a 5x5, slightly different. Whoops. And this is a 5x5. Okay, so we're good to just take this straight up into a new tower. So that's good. I guess we'll start with the keep, the base, and kind of see where we are. So this is directly in line. I believe the walls are too thick. So we could either come out straight and get rid of this little railing here, although that works out rather nicely over this way. So either the wall replaces that or we bring the wall out one block inside of it. I wanted to get beefier with the corners. Like I was thinking it'd be nice if I made the corners bigger, but then you really have no room down here. All right, one last trip inside because I want to look at the stairwell and see whether it's just complete crap. Have to attend a wording. You have to attend a wording. Word Nerdify has to attend a meeting. Words are hard. Thanks for hanging out, Word Nerdify, and thank you very much for the gift sub bomb. Very kind of you to share the love around the community. I appreciate you bringing in new folks. Have a good day. That's the wrong way. Right, so this connects there. There's the window. And then it can, so I like this little bit, but that's about the only thing about the stairwell that I like. Not a huge fan. The connections are okay. It just kind of goes around in a corner and then gets you up to here. I think we could do better with a wider tower. We'll just plan our landings a little bit nicer. And I'd like this tower to have like a top to it. So, okay, well, let's start by expanding the keep, I guess. Oh, the walls are 3 thick. Okay. Okay, 3 thick here too. They are. So that's good to remember. M, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. They are indeed 3 blocks thick. So I'm just going to blanket this with a temporary cobblestone. So that is the wall. Whoops. And this goes all the way over to here. Don't remember. I have to go check, I guess, where the wall is in there. I don't know if this wall is 3 blocks thick as well, or whether I cheated it a little bit. Oh no, it's 3 blocks thick. Time to tower up a break. Thanks, Cosmic. All right, so from the window, the edge of the window, it's another 3 blocks over for the wall. And that's just to kind of, for my own purposes. We can change this to be however we want. So from the window, another 3 blocks here. So if we just kind of extended the existing keep as it stands, this would be what it would look like. Just as like a square extension. That's substantial. Like that's not nothing. I don't think we'll make it that square. I think we may layer in a bit, like we might come in by a block just to not interrupt this. And then I think we'll have some sort of shape here. Yeah, that could work out very well. This stream is going to be a lot of like framing and kind of like floor process and stuff like that. But speaking of, time to grab a short break. If you are new to the stream, I do this once an hour. Step away, usually refresh my water and my coffee. Grab a stretch. You should too. Sitting in front of the computer is bad for you. Although I'm glad you're here, but make sure you're taking care of yourself too. We will be right back. All right, so now I wanted to get deep slate as well. More stone. And more cobble. Cal Birdie, thanks very much. Fazu Battlecaster, what's shaking? You sit in front of a computer for 16 hours a day? Woo. I mean, I sit in front of screens a lot, but I get up a lot. I also work out almost every day, so that helps for sure. So this is more than likely a square tower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I heard you coming. Trying to be sneaky. Yeah. So if we are going to expand this, so we're going to use this as the middle. And that means that this is the middle. And we can use these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's chunky. But that's good. That's probably what I want. I don't know if it has to stay in that position. I could just move the whole thing. No. Then we've got... Right, the kitchen is in there. So there's a limit to the renovations that I can make. Yeah, I don't know. There's definitely a limitation here. Okay, so that's there. Where's the edge of the tower then? Under here? Oh, that's the inside edge. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 7 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 7. So this wall right there. Right. So it's just on the edge, and we're expanding this to 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so it can't come back any farther. It has to stay where it is. Okay. I could tear down walls too. That's coming. It's coming. I'm just trying to work my way around here. So what I was thinking about doing was figuring out if this was centered, what the round would be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. Did we want it to go 9? Maybe we only wanted it to go 9. And that would mean that the center part is only here. So that really wouldn't beef this out very much. But yeah, I think we actually have to change this quite a bit. 'Cause I would rather have a tower that started here. So trying to remember my circles. Nope, that's the wrong thing. I want this. I put that on the wrong tab. Well, that doesn't look very good. 3 and then 2 on an angle. What about 11? $11 seems odd too. They don't do these the way that I would expect them to. I wonder if I have floor patterns, I think. I'm sure I've got a circle board somewhere. Line art. Modern city. Plans and patterns. This is what I want. Those are all even numbers. I want the odd numbers. Well, 11 is the same way. 15 is the one that I remember. That's the one that it's 5 and then 2 and then 1 in the corners. So 9, 3 cross and 3 in a diagonal. One. So 1, 2, 3, and then connects to there. Yeah, I feel like it needs to be bigger than that. Mr. Noob 60 rating with a party 2. Thanks very much. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How does that have the same? Doesn't make any sense. So if this is the middle, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm 2 blocks too far. Thanks for the follow, Vicen. I hope I'm saying that right. Mr. Noob, what were you up to on stream? Thanks so much for sharing your viewers. Appreciate it. That could be good. I guess I could remember that it's going to probably go up higher beyond the roof. So yeah. That was a good guess. Floor height. Good, good. And just for the sake of ease, let's just punch a hole through here. Oh, that's not the right way. Oh, I guess I was close enough. Just so I know where the floor height is. Well, Cosmic, it's good that you're around. So much for people being nice and normal on a Thursday, right? Well, that works out quite well. I don't know if I knew. Well, yes, okay. That makes sense. This is not staying brick. I have a lot of this stuff, so it's just easy to use. Now this unfortunately gets quite close to this tower, so I feel like this is why I don't want this to be completely square. And then we would have, this would be 5 from here. Two, 3, 4, 5. The one thing about working on the keep itself is that my storage is in the basement, so like I really don't have to go far for anything that I might need. Dan, I do like the idea of having an inflatable squeaky band hammer, and just the sound of Cosmic just reaming someone with it is just very amusing to me. It makes like a dog toy squeak, you know? So no one's hurt. They're just thoroughly embarrassed, right? No injuries, just mental anguish. Yeah, see, this is why I think this would be cool if this was rounded, right? Because then you'd have like 2 round things overlapping one another. The next thing I think I want to do is raise this up. So we'll remove the top of this. I'm just going to leave all the insides in case I have to turn this back because I've changed my mind or something. Now, how tall should this be? What I should have done is should have brought scaffolding. Now, somewhere, I feel like my basement is like 2 blocks below the keep. I'm right. Scaffolding. Why do I not have it on me? 64 in there. Oh, is it in here? No, it's there. I need more than 40 though. I've got 64 there. Should be enough. I guess I don't really need the bow and arrow right now either. I guess I've been losing scaffolding over time. Makes sense, given how it sprays everywhere when you use it. That. Thanks, Kel. I'm glad that glad you enjoyed that. So this is broadly going to stay the same, I think. It's going to be very similar inside. The question is, how tall do we want to make this tower? And an easy way to test that, I find, is using scaffolding. And I want to say we want to go at least halfway up to there. So like, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go 11. Oops. Rain. Who ordered the rain? Ooh, that might be too tall. We'll see. Because this bell tower is not very tall at all. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I want to say 13 by the time you get to the top of it. We are on 69. $14. So it's 14 tall. But I think 13 on the outside. Yeah, before you get to the brown stuff. So 13 stone minimum. Yeah, that's too tall, I think. I think maybe the bell tower could be housed in there. How tall is that? Oh, come on. I made that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the roof. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know where that other thing went. So a lot of this I'm focused on from the south approach. I feel like that could be okay. Unfortunately, it's hiding the... It's going to hide the bell tower, the mansion tower. That's a little annoying. Unless we brought it down even farther. But I got a funny feeling that that bridge, I want it to be high enough that it looks cool. So if this was the level of the bell tower, I don't think I'd have the bridge be directly to the bell. I think the bridge would go like one lower, so it would be like, that would be the floor, that would be the door. Despite trying to convince myself otherwise, the stream is definitely distracting me from my studying and exam in the morning. Oh yeah, focus on focus on the important stuff. Shadow Falling. Thanks very much for being here. Thanks for coming by. Good luck with the exam. And good on you for being the responsible adult. So that's pretty good. I might want the bridge to be a little bit higher than that, actually. I think the bridge will look cooler if we remove this corner of the building. So if we take a look at this and figure out like what we want to do for an arc on the keep, I think that'll be important. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Don't want it to be a complete semicircle. I think I'd rather it be like a slight dome. We could also just make it hexagonal. Or octagonal, depending. But let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 7. Yeah, that doesn't really... We'll do 5. And if we come in a bit too, that will change things. That would make too much sense. I don't think. Maybe we have to come out to here. Actually, that's pretty good. That's not bad. This is what I wanted the deep slate for. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Two, and then it would go in here. But if we kept with the 3 thick walls, then it would be actually in like this. That doesn't, it's not a huge addition, you know, it's not a huge change. And how tall is this? This window is 3 wide with some walls, so we could still do that here. Fable Eyes, didn't get a chance to say I hope you enjoyed your birthday. Oh, thanks very much. Yeah, I did. It was very, very good fun. Had great stream, had dinner with family the night before, and then just kind of chilled and cooked on my own. So it worked out well. Had a lot of really wonderful support on Friday here on stream, on Lego stream, and then again on Saturday with the actual birthday stream. So that was really, really nice. I think that shape kind of poking out into the water would be more interesting. Maybe we'll just put in the corners. Man, not at all pointing at what I thought I'm pointing at. I think that would be, yeah, that's way more interesting. Way more interesting shape. So I think we'll just take down some of these corners, because this to me is kind of confusing what I want to see from this. So we may have like a very deep basement potential. Let's give me, I guess this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There would be another piece here. That still doesn't make this tower very cool looking. A lot of building would have a basement kitchen, and then under that a cellar. Maybe that tower houses a fancy person who has a kitchen in their tower. Oh, Who knows? I mean, like I've already got the brewery in the basement too. Did I do that wrong? That's wrong. So that could be a more interesting shape as well. Also, hi, Hyori. Oh yeah, I think that's going to look cooler than what we currently have. So imagine like this kind of a window arrangement, but like out here. We maybe tuck these windows in the corners like that. And maybe that affects like how we actually decorate the inside a little bit. But then you can imagine here, so there's be a round roof, and then imagine like a central point here, and the roof would be like a half cone that would come out from there. I mean, I guess I can just start to put it in, right? Forget that I'm in a closet when I go through that space. So what do we got here? We've got the stair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got to go up 9 at least. Same spot. And that makes that tower feel a little bit strange. It's definitely going to be in the view. What do we have for a floor in here? Oh, it's all crazy patterns. So really we can make with this whatever we want. Now, can I get down to the basement? Yeah, through here. So here's the basement here, and to kind of give you an idea, we've got these temporary side doors that are just for me. I'm using the basement as my storage and all of my shulker boxes and stuff. But if we come out of this basement, you can see like we're right in the thick of underneath the main hall, right? So there's definitely some room to have like, when I eventually get rid of all of this, because I don't need it anymore, when this place is done, maybe we'll move to a farm or something. I could easily have like this brewery idea expand out that way. There's all kinds of stuff that we can do. It'd be very cool. Yeah, I like this. So far, it's going to be one of those things that we end up building like, it's going to feel like we've built it a couple times over. You know? Just because we'll have to frame it, and then we'll have to change the materials and texture it and all that kind of stuff. And try to minimize the framing, I guess. Looks like it's already there. So guess that would change slightly. Hey, that's a pretty big addition, right? That's a pretty large change. But I don't. Well, I might have enough stairs on me. But let's just say we'll go up by one more block. And then there'd be a stair block there, and a stair block there. Imagine if this was maybe copper or something. Right? So then that would be like the pitched roof. We'd probably actually have to line it up with this, whatever the height of this is, for it to actually work out. That might be a little bit high. We might have to change the angle on it. We might have to do like stairs and slabs or something. It does feel a little bit steep. I think I might have to change it. But that feels pretty good. Where is the skeleton? Are you hiding underneath here? Nope. Must be in a wall somewhere. I hear him. Okay, well with that rounded, does that mean that the bridge is going to look cooler now? Oh yeah, so like you see way more of the bridge, right? That makes a lot more sense. Okay, chat, how do we feel about the height of this tower? Like, is it too tall? Is it not tall enough? I feel like I have to make a decision as to like where I want it up against this view. Like, I kind of feel like I want it to be either taller or shorter, because right now it's kind of very even with what we're seeing in the distance. It might have to be taller given how big the keep is getting. This might look kind of dumb if it's not tall enough. I could also have two bridges. It doesn't have to have just the one, right? We could have a bridge there and another bridge there if we made it taller. Well, thanks, Cosmic. I'm glad you like the shape of things. After my next break, we're going to do some demolition, so I'll be taking that down. Yeah, given what we're adding to the keep, you're right. And I remember I was concerned about this, but then I'm realizing that I'm also planning. I'm not sure if you can see it from here, but so here's our character, you know, a little arrow. And I'm looking at this corner of the keep, right? And I'm looking at this tower in the distance and worried that I'm breaking it, the view of it. But then I was planning on the corner of the keep. So like on this corner right here, I'm going to go out and make another tower. So we're probably going to end up hiding this anyway, although I'll have to be careful not to. It would be nice if I could have something come out here and go straight up like that. I think that would be cool. I mean, there'd be a roof on top of that, similar to the other towers. Can I see the other bell tower? Way in the distance. But imagine, why does that look so wonky from back here? Is stuff not rendering in? Feels like I've done something different. Oh no, I guess it looks the same. Yeah, it's the same. But imagine that top right there. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. And then this is also going to go taller. Right. So if that's the case, then this might get an expansion. Like maybe to add something here, maybe we need to pull this out. It might need to get a little bit wider as well. And lesson learned, like I feel like I'd want to have nice thick walls. At least on this end. Right, so having the building expand. So one of the things that I liked in the Pinterest stuff that we were looking at was... is this the medieval keep one? Yeah, it is. It was right off the bat. One of the early images. This is pretty cool. So this is sort of what I liked. Like I like how very sturdy that feels, right? Maybe it was on one of the other tabs. Buildings. Oh, yeah. So again, same sort of idea with like a very square look to it. So if we can kind of marry, I'm not sure what I just did there. If we can kind of marry the two things together, I'm trying not to look at too much other Minecraft stuff, but sometimes it does come up. So not Minecraft, but very, very cool. So like the combination of like heavy square bits with walls in between. So I don't know, maybe we don't make this a round tower. Like maybe this is just a big square box, you know, with a little wall in between and then another square box, you know? Do not have a lot of scaffolding left. No, I don't. The character has no ankles left. We land directly on our shin bones. There's no feet. It's just boots and raw landing power. So then this would overlap the roof. Like that, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should be a lot easier to land on scaffolding. That could create a nice layered effect. Yeah. All right, while it's getting dark, rather than sleep, I'm going to take my next break. I usually do this about once an hour. I'm a few minutes early, but we should be okay. I just realized that this is a very dangerous thing to try to AFK at if that is left open. I will have to grab a door for that for when we come back. All right, I will be back in about 5 or 6 minutes, folks. Hang on to your nuggets, grab a drink, grab a friend. See you in just a few. Scotsman UK, thanks very much for the raid. Appreciate it. What were you up to on stream today? The squirrel chaos was real. Working on the corrupted city. Put the door in. Just temporary for us. And you are going to honk and annoy us for the rest of the day. Is there anything that I actually want since my inventory can handle it? Deep slate lapis would be cool. I really dislike how close these things stand to you. Shroomlight and deep slate lapis, I think. Why not? Why the heck not? Deep slate lapis and shroomlight. Where are those? Right there. Oh, look, you came in. How helpful. Yoink. Yoink. Die in a fire. Problem solved. I really wish I didn't have to do that. They would just be in my face constantly for the rest of the stream. And then we can put... These are in very bright area. I don't know if we had any of those. No, that's cool. We had regular lapis, but not. So imagine if you're building like a sci-fi kind of like a blue plant or something like that, and you can have deep slate lapis, tube coral, lapis lazuli blocks, and then lapis lazuli ore blocks. Like that all peppered into a tree would look really cool, I think. All right, I think it is time to do a little bit of deconstruction. The squirrel chaos was real, working on the docks area around the Caldera city. Mostly just ruins rather than corruption in this segment. Oh, very cool. Yeah, small amethyst blocks are fun. I don't think I've used them for anything around here, but... So this entire thing is coming down, and I feel like I haven't done anything that you can see from this side yet, so I feel like I should take a couple screenshots before we end its storied career. I've already added stuff to the back. I forgot to take screenshots of the back. Whoops. Got the scaffolding hanging out the back, but that's fine. I'm sure I've got screenshots of it when I completed it a long time ago. So Scotsman and the raid, we're renovating the keep. We are removing this ugly brown box and adding onto the back, as well as increasing the height and size of some of these towers. Oop. There we go. Oh, sad face. Shader's disabled. Hey, Natumo, how's it going? That looks so cool. You mean the thing that we're tearing down? Or the addition? Hopefully you mean the addition. The addition is going to look pretty cool. I think so anyway. Whoa! And we're inside. Fine. This is where I wish we could get through some of this stuff a little bit faster. And this is why I spend so much time planning, so that if you do make a mistake, or if you don't like something, it doesn't take forever to take it down. You made the shaders fly by. Very cool. Doing okay. I had to run some errands. I had to do some adulting this morning. I had to go to Costco. But it's okay, because it's the kind of thing where like, I only have to do it once in a while. Like, you know, you get like one of those giant packages of toilet paper and paper towel and like something crazy like 5 or 6 tubes of toothpaste. Like, it's just me. I live by myself in my apartment, so I'll need toilet paper again in September. You know, like that's the kind of thing. Like, yes, you save some money well, you save a lot of money in the long run, actually, when you compare it to buying smaller stuff at regular grocery stores. But man, like it costs a bit up front, but then you're like, not only am I good, I don't have to think about it for months and months and months and months. I don't like Costco, though. I don't like shopping. I've never liked shopping. The only time that I've actually enjoyed the shopping process is like home shopping on the internet. You know, like Amazon, Lego, like that kind of stuff. Going out and actually buying things drives me nuts. Even if I like it, like even if I like the thing, you know, like I like my couch from IKEA. I did not like the process of choosing it. Going to IKEA for like 3 hours and trying to figure out which one I liked. I mean, I looked online, sure, but I narrowed it down to like 3 or 4 online, and then I had to go and pick it up, right? Yeah, the problem with buying in bulk a lot of the time is I can drive. I have my license, but I don't have a car. So most of the time I am on foot when I'm getting groceries and things like that. And so much of the grocery stores, I guess, sales or specials to compete with Costco are like, buy 2 or 3 for the price of whatever. But if you buy them one at a time, there's no sale. You only get the discount if you're buying everything or a big chunk. But the problem there is that like I have to walk home with it. So it's like, hey, if you want to save, buy 14 pounds of mayonnaise. Like, I need one. Just give me the sale on the one. But I was with my father today, so they had to go get some stuff. And so I just tagged along and picked up a bunch of things too. You love going to IKEA and not buying anything? Yeah, you're alone there. At least not for me. I don't even remember building this. It's been so long. Like, I don't remember fussing over the decisions about what blocks to use and all that kind of stuff. I vaguely remember building this section, but that's it. I think there's a bed here somewhere. Maybe on the floor below. Nope. I think I have one in my shulker box. Oop. He's so glad you don't have a fall counter. I'm not even sure how accurate it is. It's more of a fun thing for McScrewgunn. It's more of a channel meme than anything, really. At least the bone comes down faster than the wood. Is the vol counter accurate? Is it counting up or is it just a random number? No, it is counting up. I guess the thing is to make sure that it's being used accurately, right? There's something very satisfying about getting a clean slate on a build. Yeah, the notes from the bone blocks are very cool. I like the note block, bone block thing. It's like a xylophone? No, marimba something? Maybe it's a xylophone. I can't remember what it is, but it's very cool sounding. It sounds a lot similar to the bone block, of course. Oh no. Losing stuff. I really should have taken more time to take screenshots before I started tearing stuff down. I get very project focused. So I don't know if we're going to need to keep this little section, so I'm going to leave this alone for now. And we'll kind of see what's going on. Now this is like in the middle of our our main hall. Like it actually comes down into it. So I'm looking forward to getting rid of that because then we can have a proper main hall. Whose idea was it to use wood for this? Taken forever. I'm not sure whether it's just because it's a diamond axe. I mean, it's an older axe, but still. Who, me? Project focused? Yeah, right. I'm so project focused that I had to actually force myself to play Minecraft today. I like Minecraft, but I've been into Satisfactory the last couple streams, and I'm kind of like in the middle of something in Satisfactory, and I just didn't want to stop. But now that I've got this kind of keep project on the go, I'll probably want to push forward through it too, because this is one of the last big builds that we have to finish. I think that swamp is probably the next thing, but other than that, there's not really much left to do around here. I can't tell how much of this I'm grabbing and how much is just being sent down below. Hey, and there's the Great Hall. Why are we tearing it down again? It's not big enough. It's not important enough. And I wanted it to have more of a stone, substantial feel. As we got better at building, some people might not realize that I did not know how to / have any experience building in medieval style in Minecraft until I started this town. I did a little bit here and there in the meadows, but like nothing much. One windmill, one bridge, maybe 2 bridges, and then straight into this giant town. So for me, it was a way to get better at this, and I think I accomplished that. But as I built more and more after building the keep very early on, I feel like I got better, you know, as what you see over there. It's not spectacular detail because I didn't want to be 3 years on this project. 2 years is long enough. But it's an older build. And the keep, as the rest of the town kind of came together, the keep felt less and less important. I want it to be more of a key build that you can see from everywhere. So we're gonna, I think, change the roof. Other things too, like we didn't have copper blocks. Like we didn't have the ability to have more color roofs until just recently, right? Like a copper over there. So 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, when I built this particular section of town, I didn't have as many resources available to me. I think that's, I don't want to get into ripping down too much in here. We can actually get rid of this table too. Upgrades, yeah, exactly. So if you go back and watch this VOD, I did explain it all right before we started to work on the keep. I kind of flew around the city and looked at the keep from different locations and was like explaining, okay, this is why I'm not happy with this. This is what we're doing to fix this. I actually might want to leave these arches kind of like where they are and just remove the glass. And then you would like pass through this arch to get into this area here. And then we could have an echo of this again out here. And that would be the actual window. That could be kind of cool. We leave anything around? Oh, lots of stuff out there. So you can see all these underdeveloped alleyways that are not done because I didn't know what was happening with the keep, you know? Don't think we've got anything left out here. I need some more rockets. And that goes back in there. Oh, nighttime. Take care, Cosmic. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate the help today. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I actually have to go soon too. Need some downtime before I go out tonight, hanging out with server mate Alistair. We're going to go see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That explains why things are looking weird. Aldebar, hello, hello. How's it going? Thanks, Dan. Yeah, it should be good. I don't always like the Guardians movies. They're not my favorites, but I feel like they're probably going to try to knock this one out of the park. It's one of the bigger Marvel movies since Endgame, and I did not see Ant-Man and the Wasp. I will probably watch that when it comes out on home streaming, but... Alright, so this is the wall, I think. Yeah, I like that better without that table in there for sure. No more ugly box. And that is probably going to go too, but I'll leave it for now just so I know kind of where that hallway is. And I guess some of these we could probably extend. Now do I have lots? What I should really do is just do the edge maybe. Okay, so that's the edge there. And we'll just do this across the top. Just to kind of put that together in a way that feels like the main hall would be finished, like the shape of it would finish. Right. So what I wanted to do here, I think, because I like this little thing, this could be a hallway, and this could be much wider because, of course, this is probably going to be a ceiling. So we could probably have this come out like that. We could continue this entire thing. So there could be like a matching balcony. Yeah, that could go maybe all the way across. And maybe not be logs. Maybe I could change it. Some of the things about this medieval town have changed since I first started building it. In terms of like the style and how much money I felt was kind of involved. Who was the richest and what was considered fancy. And I've got builds over here that now look fancier than the biggest keep in the whole place, right? So I feel like this has to look a little bit like protected, but it also has to have a nice vibe as far as, you know, being run by someone with a lot of money. Hunter 555 subscribing at tier 1 for 29 months, almost at 30 months. Thanks so much, Hunter. Unfortunately, it's raining. So you can kind of see what I wanted to do. I might even consider bringing the roof forward. So you can sort of see how this ridge line connects and could easily go down, creating that entire section as one giant main hall. However, I do want to add some more towers. I'm going to make more scaffolding, I think. Do I have shears? I think I do. Yay. Any other random sheep just walking into my good luck today? Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Oh, thanks. I like the big hall, too. Oh, house sheep. I guess that was moved from a house somewhere? Might have been a little bit of stream break shenanigans. Thought I saw another one over here. That's a skeleton horse. We won't be getting much off of him. That's probably good. Scaffolding, I feel, gets like exponentially crafted. Like you get a lot more out than you put in, if I recall. One string and 6 bamboo. That sure did it. Awesome. And I'm pretty sure that, I mean, I'm 99% sure that that recipe for string is a data pack that we have. Tables and chairs. Oak. Spruce. Oh, we're full. Got a lot of dark oak back. That's good. Just as well, really. Scaffolding is one of those things that just vanishes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had 3 stacks at one point, and then we had like a stack and 16 or something at the start of today. And when I find it very useful when you're mapping out towers like this. Like I feel like you can kind of use it to gauge the height of what you want. So one of the things that I thought was missing from this keep was any kind of like turrets or towers, or it needed more verticality. It had the one, and it had like this peak here, but now I want more towers happening. I like the main hall, but I feel like we need to add more to this thing. Now, I feel like something that might change actually is this tower here. That might actually get like a top to it. It might get an actual front. One of the things I wanted to try over here was expanding out from here and creating something that was round. I think 5 by 5 would be too small. So we'll have to do 7 by 7. And then I don't know how much of this would be kind of covered, but 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That. That's if this stays the way that it is. Right, that could be, this could be a door. Maybe. And then if this was the corner, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that might be too much. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that may be too much. I can maybe do 7 by 7, but I think I have to overlap it farther into the building. Actually, I wonder if my map could help me with this. If I can see it. No, not really. I have to use a different color. Deep slate should show up. So I would support this underneath at like an angle. Yeah, see that that feels a little tacked on. So maybe we'll come in by a bit. Oh, no, that stays there. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a hole there. So that's 6 by 6. I don't want to do that. How did I do a 7 by 7? I guess I just didn't move this back far enough. 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so you'd enter here, and this would be a tower going up, which doesn't have to be square. Like, we could make it round. The trick is then how far down the wall do we have to support that for it to not look like it's really out of sorts. I don't want to interrupt that window, I don't think. Not the end of the world, but I would prefer to keep it if I could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, sometimes even numbers are a pain in the butt. This is an even number floor, maybe. Yeah, 22. Well, I guess it depends on where I start counting from. Yeah, 21. Okay, yeah, so I wouldn't necessarily want to lose that window. These are going to go. These are going to get moved out to the wall behind them. Oh, yeah. I think what's getting me there is that I'm not looking at it as a round tower, which is probably what it needs to be. So I feel like there's not much to a 7 by 7 circle. You kind of have to make it a square that's fancy. Right? Well, I guess, yeah, they're 3 with 1s in the corners. That makes sense. So it would appear a lot smaller. Weird that the door is on the edge of it, but sure. So that would be roughly the size of it there. And then the fun thing about scaffolding is that to gauge how tall it would be, we can just put scaffolding down and spam it to the right height. So we've got one that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we want it to be, what, 21? Can we see that from far enough away? Not bad. Now imagine if that had like another peak on it, right? I'd want it to be taller than this from this point of view. So that would definitely work. It would be kind of like up here. Then the question becomes like, what do we have to do with these other parts to then make it look like it's supported? So it's going to be tall. I don't know about massive. Like it's going to be something where we can probably see it from a long way away, but it's not going to be super thick. I think I put that last one in the wrong spot. Yeah, I did. Crap. Oh, it's going to be tall, yeah. Yep. Probably going to be tall. And most of the keep at this stage is stone. Somehow I had one extra. No, I need to go out farther. That's the ticket. Oops. And that's why you run out of scaffolding. As it falls down, never to be seen again. So there's a 7x7 tower. Try to take another vantage point, just kind of see what it looks like from over here. It's not that tall. Like, I mean, you'll be able to see it, but it's not like it's going to be super overpowering when you're in the town. Right? I mean, that's a big tower, but it's not like it's bananas. And there's going to be something like, this is going to get taller and there'll be something connecting it. So it's not like it's going to be standalone like that. It's going to have some connective tissue to the rest of the keep. Take a look through the western woods. Oh, that's fun. That's a nice, happy accident. I like that. Again, wanting to make even though it's in the distance, I want to make the keep feel more important than the gate. And this is a pretty fancy looking gate, so we're getting there. I know it's hard for some people that can't like visualize what I'm going for. So at least this doesn't mess up the mansion tower, but my bell tower is really going to put a crimp in what I want to do here. Maybe I just have to move the bell tower. Maybe the bell tower has to be somewhere else. All right. One thing I want to do is I think I want to change that roof angle to, oh, wait a minute. I want to say slabs, but I don't think, yeah, I put them all away. Yeah, so imagine this kind of continuing over and touching that, and then maybe not have wood here, but then have a different color roof there. I don't think we're going to change the main hall roof from brown. I think we've got enough work put into it that leaving this as dark oak is likely going to be the case. I do need to figure out where the ridge pole is, though. There it is there. Is that the base? No, that goes up into that. So in some cases, things like this might end up going lower, right? That to me should be more of the pole. I think we're just going to take this part down. I'll leave the roof, but this wood is kind of distracting. I'll leave that. Is that in the middle? It looks like it probably is. Yeah. I really should have gone upstairs to do this, I guess. Would have been smart. So then for this part here, I'll probably continue this along. This used to be the outside wall, so we don't need this anymore. Still lurking, but not very good at it. All right, so that's that. This would actually be lower. We still have a way to get up here, which is nice. Just no floor. Actually, if I hop up there, whoop, I can reach all the things. So I'm going to leave the roof temporarily, just as a reminder as to where this section is and where I want a cross section to be. And we can probably leave those little bits in the rafters too. That's all good. So this would continue along like that. I would probably build another balcony. What are those? They're slabs. Yep. So where is the middle of this roof? Right here. Slabs. So that's too tall. So if you look at this from a step back, you can kind of see how I want to run this together. Maybe I'll just zoom in. Oh, you can't see it from over here. Scaffolding is cool, but it does add a lot of noise when you're trying to see things, when you're trying to visualize. So the roof of the main hall is going to come along here, continue, and then it's going to come down to there. And we may have to change. So it might only come to there, because then maybe the top of this is going to have the same kind of like ornament that we have going along here that I haven't completed. So that could be cool too. And we can maybe expand this a little bit. So you can sort of see how we need to have a beefier section here. And by expanding this tower, because this is now, this is longer. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it comes in like that. 1, 2. Right, so there's the chimney. And that's the edge of it. So we might be cutting that back, although I don't remember. I think on the inside of this is just stairs. I mean, one way to find out. Yeah. It might be worth keeping this tower square for that chunky look that I was going for, rather than having this part here, because then we could maybe even have like a stairwell attached to it. Like maybe this little section here, this little 3x5 or whatever, could be the stairs, and then this part here, this thing that I've got this arc on, this could just be like an 11x11 chunk, you know. Oops. So we look at this here. Got a little tower there. We've got the bow of the... I wish I could turn off this chunk highlight thing. We've got the bow of the main hall, and then this could be like a square. Big chunk square. And then we could add another square over here to help make that outline. Like this could come out here. So if this was out to here, we could knock this back. Right, so it could be like big chunk there and then big chunk there. That could work too. And then it would be a matter of, instead of kind of going up this weird, what's the word I'm looking for? This kind of weird curved wall. Like we've got this curved staircase, which is not bad. It's just, it was tricky to build. Instead of curving up here and going inside, this would end up being just dead straight, and you go into a door, and we would just extend this building out to the point where you go inside, and then you go up the stairs like in the building. We'd have like wood stairs and something inside. That could be cool too. Delara, thanks very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, we've made some pretty good changes. I'm going to sleep here quickly. Yeah, we're just kind of beefing up this whole section. I don't mind this. So I kind of want to see... wonder what we could do. Yeah. Maybe the trick to this is to, again, make it a nice big square tower. And maybe just make sure it's not too tall. Yeah, if that got wider but lower, that tower right there, that got wider and lower. We'd have to rethink the chimney, but that could work. That could work, that could work, that could work. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do a couple of tests just to kind of see. We'll have to do some rearranging. I'm not really thrilled with how far this comes out. I kind of maybe think that the whole thing maybe has to move over to the right. Which, you know, I think having this staircase right here is actually not the best. I'd rather there be a hallway here and then a staircase. So moving that whole thing, moving this section to the right, I think would probably benefit us. Because then we would have a nice gap here, and I could probably end up doing more. And we could turn this whole section into something a little bit more robust. Yeah. Yeah, that could work. I don't know what I'm going to do with this other tower. Huh. Yeah. Still lots to think about, but I think we've made some good changes. I can't believe I didn't smash my face right there. So we're getting there. Right now, I think the most impressive view is probably coming in from the south. I think that's probably the biggest change, is that we've got like this nice tiered kind of like castle looking part. I also like the look from the river, where we've got this beautiful kind of like decorative nave that's been added. I hope I'm using that word right. I think that's the right term. I meant to look it up on my break. So here what we would do is that we would just have like the stone would kind of like come down and attach in a way. So how that looks will greatly depend on how far out we can push that tower. That tower might have to be tucked in a little bit closer for this to actually work. And then we've got room to make some ornaments and stuff on it too. And we could maybe take this down into some thinner stuff here too. This doesn't have to be square. So we'll see what we can get out of it. I am going to pass you along. I believe Slice Lime is still doing the Minecraft things on the internet. So I'll pass you along to them. I got to wrap it up because I'm going to go see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 with Alistair. Server-mate Alistair. Doing the things. Indeed, it looks like Slice Lime is live. So if you've enjoyed the stream here, please leave a follow before you take off. Make sure you stick around for Slice Lime, obviously a Minecraft developer, one of the folks at Mojang, and an all-around good dude. And I'll see you back here on Saturday for more Minecraft. Check out the Spawn Chunks podcast, as well as Patreon. And of course, I'm Joel Duggan on all social media. Very easy to find. I will see you in, I guess, 24 hours, because tomorrow is going to be the Lego stream. We'll be finishing up Grogu, the little child, and his little floating pram, I guess. And then I don't know what we're doing after that. We might move on to Satisfactory. We might just have a short stream, but we'll be back tomorrow for some Lego. Chill afternoon on Friday, and I will see y'all then. Bye for now.
want you to be able to recognize which